everybody, I'm Jason Duncan with Results for Integrity, back again with another edition of our 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This week, we're on week number 25. Man, can you believe we're almost halfway through with this year? And I have been reading the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, over and over again. It has been one of my 2020 saving graces from all the madness and the craziness that's going on in the world, because it keeps me centered. And I hope that you too, along with me, are going through these 7 habits of highly effective people, this little card deck that goes through one activity on the 7 habits every single week for 52 weeks during the year of 2020. I think these have been extremely helpful for others. I know they've been extremely helpful for me. So the tip this week is actually, we're starting a new habit, and we're talking about private victory to public victory. This is the new habit that we're talking about. And the activity on week 25 says to build your emotional bank accounts. Build your emotional bank accounts. Now, for just like any bank account, there's this idea of a balance in the bank account. In other words, how much money is there available for you to withdraw at any given time. So we can make deposits and we can make withdrawals. And what this is talking about, Stephen Covey in the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, talks about the idea of the emotional bank account being very similar. The questions or the points on the front of the card say, identify an important relationship that might be in disrepair. Now, it's unfortunate, but a lot of times some of our good relationships go into disrepair. We do things we shouldn't have done, or the other person does things that they shouldn't have done, and it leaves the relationship lacking. So maybe this week you can identify a relationship that is in disrepair, whether that's a customer relationship, a friend relationship, a family relationship, or maybe even a neighbor of yours. Then it says list 3 deposits that you could make. Now, the Covey organization and in the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, talking about making deposits. And these deposits are usually affirmations, they're words of encouragement, they're offers of service or help. So what are 3 deposits that you can make into that relationship that is in disrepair? And then the third thing on the front of the card, it says list 3 withdrawals that you need to avoid. Sometimes in our relationships, we make emotional withdrawals by saying things that are a bit insensitive, or doing things that come off as insensitive or rude. And we need to make sure that we don't make those withdrawals, especially in a relationship that is in disrepair. If you flip over to the back of the card, as it does every week, it has an ask yourself question. And this question says, do I know what constitutes withdrawals and deposits for the important people in my life? You know, I know that the most important relationship in my life is that with my wife. We've been married for 25 years. She's my best friend. We've spent most of our lives together. We started dating at 15 and 16 years old, met on a blind date, and that is by far the most important relationship in my life. And I know what makes a deposit and what makes a withdrawal in that relationship. And I'm a doofus sometimes, and I end up making withdrawals, and I didn't mean to. I need to make more deposits, but not only in that relationship, but in other relationships too. But you need to ask yourself the question, do I know what constitutes withdrawals and deposits for the important people in my life? The emotional bank account symbolizes the amount of trust that exists in a relationship. Deposits build and repair trust. Withdrawals break down trust. Maybe there's somebody in your life that you've broken trust with. What do you need to do to repair that relationship? It's going to take a lot of deposits to build that emotional bank account back up again. The quote from Stephen Covey this week says, in relationships, the little things are the big things. This week, I hope that you can focus on making and building your emotional bank accounts with the people that are closest to you. If there's anything that I can do, I am Jason Duncan with Results for Integrity. I'm the entrepreneur's coach. I take entrepreneurs from startup to success in 3 years or less. And if there's anything that I can do to help you with that, if you've got a business idea, a concept, or maybe your business just needs refreshing, especially during times that we're dealing with in 2020, please reach out to me through LinkedIn or Instagram. I'll be happy to help you in any way that I can. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.